Hey everybody, we are live to another segment of Let's Talk Motivation with Mommy's Tea Time. We are having our Christmas segment with our moms with small businesses. This is Tea Time, Treasures and Tiding. This is our segment with Wanda Woodard. She is not a stranger to our platform. We had her earlier this year on episode 6, which was very powerful. And if you would like to go back and do a recap of that episode, we are on all podcast platforms and YouTube. I am gonna let Wanda talk, which is my aunt, because I can't keep saying Wanda. Talk, Wanda. Just tell us a little bit about herself. And then we're gonna go ahead and get started because we're gonna make some sales tonight because we are here to support. So let's hear it. Let's go.
Hi everybody, welcome to Mommy's Tea Time. Yes. Like she said, her aunt, my niece Romika Lachey. I am so proud of her and her family, her husband, her children, and she is doing it. Okay. Oh my God, she has 4 children and married, and she is the bomb. You hear me? So I bless God that God has allowed her to be able to pour into us as moms. And even though my children are grown, you never stop teaching life lessons and life skills to your adult children, small children. I'm still learning at my age from my mom. So, and for my mentor, spiritual mother, you name it, my sister. So anyway, I want to introduce myself. I am Reverend Wanda Martin Woodard, and I'm the CEO and founder of Hope Victorious, which is Healing Oppressed People Eternal. And this ministry was developed, a passion came because I went through brokenness and a past toxic relationship of my marriage. And this is a disclaimer, I believe in love and I believe in marriage. Okay. So I love, like my sister Nikki always says.
Yes.
So God developed a passion to help other women broken. It don't have to be from a relationship, but it could just be just life itself. But being in that broken place and trying to come out of that place. But like my motto is, God is able to reach people no matter where you are, and He's able to mend broken pieces back together again. You may feel like you're so shattered in so many different pieces, but God is able to take every piece which is unique that's within you and place it back together again. So and that is my mission. You can always check me out on Hope Victorious, my page, or my podcast on Tuesday. I have an online store, which is Hope Victorious. So I'm going to let my niece Romika.
Yeah, because she is leaving. We ain't on that part yet.
Oh my God.
So we having fun. We having fun tonight.
And my tea.
Yes.
And soon she'll be out with her tea. So you'll be able to purchase her tea.
Okay. All right. She done put that out there.
I did. Go ahead.
Now my aunt has a lot of stuff going on. Okay. So we're going to be selling some stuff tonight. But her website, Mom, can you put her website in the comments? Her website is hopevictorious.com. I'm going to put that in the comments. So anything that you would like to purchase, I believe I have it in the description too, but put it in the comments. And anything that you like to purchase that we talk about tonight, you can just go onto the website and purchase it. We're going to start off with our first question because we're going to talk about all the products that she will be presenting to us this evening and how she got started and all that good stuff. And we're going to go a little bit deeper into her different products. We didn't get to do that last time on the episode, so we're going to focus more on her products and what they all stand for. Can you share the inspiration story on your journey of creating coffee foot scrub, and how did this unique personal care product become part of Hope Victorious?
Yes, well, I wanted to say how that was birthed was during the pandemic. And because my daughter's a dancer, I always like to get her feet done like every 3 weeks or once a month, because on the hard floor is really heavy, is really hard on your feet. So everything was completely shut down, as we know. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Of course, life was still going on because everything became virtual. So she was in school virtually dancing and on a hard floor. And I'm like, oh my God, so we can't get out to the gallery. So one night God just dropped in my spirit, and I just went in the kitchen and I just got all the ingredients of coffee, coconut, flaxseed, mixed it together, grapeseed oil, and boom, and I put it on her feet, and because it's a great exfoliator. So I was exfoliating her feet. At first I did my own home spa. You can buy something like that off of Amazon, like for $15. So I let her feet soak, and I put all these ingredients together, and I applied it to her feet, and I was rubbing her feet down and exfoliating her feet. And then I also came up with my cocoa and shea butter foot cream, because normally I will put cocoa butter on after my feet or after I leave the nailery. So I said, wow. So when I came up with that, I mean, everything was just God driven. But what forced me and how I got into that was because of not being able to get out the nailery. Let me tell you, a woman knows how to make things happen without when you lacking something. God always have a ram in the bush. So that's how the foot scrub came about. And then I have really learned how to actually apply it and have self-care on myself, as well as teaching my daughter to have self-care. And my son said a few days later, oh my gosh, Maya's feet, they still shining. And I'm like, oh my God, Lord, I think I got something. Because when God gives you something, sometimes you may feel as though, oh, it's just for now. No, it's for everyone. And I'm like, oh my God. So I took a leap of faith and I jumped out there. And when I tell you, everyone who has my coffee foot scrub or my cocoa and shea butter foot cream, when I tell you now, they're applying it like the coffee scrub over their body, because coffee has so many great benefits to it, and also the cocoa and shea butter. And they're like, let me tell you, I applied it. I do it on my face. I do it on my body. Oh my God, because the ingredients is kind of soft how I have it blended together. But when I tell you, it works. Yeah.
It definitely does work. If you are interested in her purchasing that, you can go on to the website. I don't know if she want me to give the prices on here.
They can just go on the website and check it out.
Yeah, you can just go on the website. The cocoa, shea butter, and foot cream is also on there too. Am I correct?
Yes. Everything. Yes.
Oh, everything. Everything is
everything. I ain't leave nothing out.
Everything is on there. Yeah, so even if you're listening to the replay, you still can go on the website and you can purchase it. I really wanted to highlight the story of how the foot scrub came about, because a lot of times you don't see certain things coming in your path. You have in your mind how you think life is supposed to go, and God has a different plan. And a lot of businesses were birthed during the pandemic. So I definitely wanted to highlight your story to let you know, to let people know, even though when the world is going through a crisis or something like a pandemic, you don't have to be still. You can still keep moving. And like I said, a lot of successful people now had birthed a business during the pandemic. So yes, I think that her story is incredible. Um and just something as simple as looking for something to help her daughter feed while she danced became a business, a part of Hope Victoria. So I love that story, and I definitely wanted to share it with our listeners. You have authored 3 impactful books: Shattered but Not Broken, A Diamond in a Garden, and her new book, Get Your Fight Back. Now, this is on, is it pre-orders or we
No,
set to
but the
go?
pre-orders is over. Is this what page? Because what is this streaming from? Your Facebook Live page?
Facebook and YouTube Live.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so number ask me that question again. I'm so sorry. I was trying to multitask here. Can't do that. Okay, go
Get
ahead.
your fight back. Get your fight back. Is it pre-order or we good to go to order?
You but
On,
now pre-orders is over, so I don't want people to pre-order the book from me and
okay.
then not able to get all the good tidings and all that stuff that comes with it, because my virtual book launch is going to be I'm sorry, not Jan, December the 30th. So
December the
go to
3rd.
Amazon. So it's on Amazon right now. The Kindle is on Amazon, and also standard and large print. So go to Amazon and purchase it. Get your fight back now. Yes.
All right. Now, can I finish my question?
Oh my
Woo! Do these 3 books. I want you to tell our listeners, how do they align with your mission and inspiring and restoring women who are broken. So I want you to break down those books from Shattered Not Broken, A Diamond in the Garden, and then now to Get Your Fight Back.
So look, I have everything here. All this is on Amazon. My Shattered but Not Broken book. This was the first book that I have done. And this book here, like I said earlier, going through a toxic relationship, I just felt like my life was so shattered. And I know God to be a healer. I know him to fix things, but it's like, Lord, I feel like I'm so torn apart. Could this possibly be? Could you possibly? I knew he could heal me. But sometimes just being human, your thoughts is like, you feel like you so low. But I'm telling you, God's arms is not too short that they cannot reach you. And during this book, it really helped women inspire them and encourage them that they can push through. They can, and it's not about tearing up relationships. No, it's about them as an individual person in terms of persevering, how to wait on God, how allow God to heal you, and don't feel like you're so broken that he can't mend broken pieces back together again. And then after I went through that healing process, like my mom, I was always told my mom, I said, Mom, I said, when I look at different people's stories, like real live true stories that come on TV and look like they got healed instantly. And my mom is like, no, it's a process of things to be healed. It's a process. So in that process, after God fixed me in terms of mending those broken pieces back together and mending my heart, I went through another transition, which was when God gave me, and I also have this in large print, A Diamond in the Garden, which is on by Wanda Martin on Amazon. A Diamond in the Garden is based on knowing who you are, knowing that you are enough, knowing that you are worth it, knowing that you're valuable. Because sometimes when you could be in toxicity for so long, you start doubting yourself. It could be on the job, it could be in community, it could be within your family, or maybe somebody said something to you when you were a little girl or a little boy, and it stuck with you, and it start diminishing you and start just pricking at you like piece by piece. But a diamond in the garden is no matter what size, shape, height, flower you are the diamond in the garden that shines so bright. So you have the same significance as a rose, as a dandelion, as a sunflower. So don't ever dummy down who God has created you to be. So I had to get back to myself, because I wasn't feeling like I was worth it. I wasn't feeling like I was enough. And it's so amazing. Put a pin in right there, Mika, because it's so amazing because you can actually feel that way with makeup on. You can feel that way
Oh
with
yeah.
heels on. And you can
Oh
rock
yeah.
yourself, you know what I'm saying? And come out
Yes.
the door like I'm on fire.
Uh-huh.
But it's those times when you behind the mirror and you say, oh my God, I don't even like, I didn't like nothing about me, didn't like my voice, didn't like my hands. And everybody know
Mm.
I love my hands and love getting my nails done, you hear me?
Yeah.
And feet done. But God healed me from that and just let me know you are a diamond that shines so bright. Then that
Mhm.
brings me to get your fight back, because when I made sure that everything else was together, the inner me had to be together. The
Yeah.
inside of my body, because our body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. So your get your fight back is about fighting back for your life, fighting back for your health, fighting back with fruits and vegetables, going through pre-diabetes, heart palpitations, hypertension. I'm like, Lord, I'm not going out like this long as I know that you are a healer. But my
Yes.
dad, rest in peace, dad, what he always used to tell me was that sometimes God will create a miracle right before you,
Oh
bam, and
yeah.
he do it. And then sometimes you got to get up and you got to work on that thing.
Work.
You got to work that thing. And I know Ramika
Yeah.
can attest to how my father was. Sometimes, baby, you got to get up from that place and you got to work it, and then God will meet you right where you are. But he can create a miracle before you, but sometimes you got to work that thing out. Now,
Yeah.
because faith without works is dead.
It's
So
there.
that's what
Yeah.
let me, and I am so super excited about Get Your Fight Back. I'm excited about all of my books, but Get Your Fight Back is the latest and it's out now. And I want you all to be a part for my virtual book launch. Will be on Facebook on December the 30th. But I am so in awe. And the process of me fighting back for my health, fighting back for my life on the inner me, because see, when the outer you looks good, the inner you have to look good, because if the inner
Mhm.
you not good, it starts showing up on the outer. Starts showing up
Yes.
on your skin, starts showing up on
Yes.
your body, showing up
Yes.
on your face. So you got to make sure the inner you is complete. Let me tell you, the family be cracking up at me because I never thought I'd be at a place where I'd be eating avocados every day. I never
Yeah.
thought I'd be in a place where I'd be eating vegetables and fruit and no meat. Like, and
Yeah.
I am a pescatarian slash vegan, but during this process, I have actually lost 30 pounds. And I
Yes.
was not looking for the weight loss. I just wanted to be healthy on the inside.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when God called me to a regimen of juicing for 10 days, and my pressure was regulated on the seventh day, no more heart palpitations. When I tell you, I couldn't do nothing else but say I can't go back to the way I was eating or how I was living, but it's a mindset that has to change.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
lifestyle.
Yes.
So that's what Get Your Fight Back is about. And when I tell you we going strong, and I'll talk about more about that later, but yeah.
I can't wait
Yeah.
to read the book. She is my aunt. I do know her
Mhm.
testimony. But she brought up a good point about,
Mhm.
and I wanted to talk about that is,
Okay.
working on your inside.
Mhm.
We so focused these days with social media and
Mhm.
celebrities and stuff. We're so focused on our outer appearance and
Yes.
that
Mhm.
quick, fast, lose weight, methods. We forget to work on our inside, and that's with everything,
Yes.
our health,
Mhm.
our mind, our mindset. I mean, everything. And like she said, it starts with your mindset first. You have to get in the
Mhm.
mindset, because if you're not, everything has to be in alignment. Like she said,
Yeah.
you can't be looking
Everything.
pretty on the
Mhm.
outside and then
Yes.
your inside is ugly
Mhm.
and full of mess. And then you're
Yeah.
wondering why you can't move forward towards your purpose, because you're
Mhm.
not in alignment.
Yeah.
um you
Yeah.
hear a lot of people say health is wealth. Yeah, health is wealth,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
why do you want the wealth if you're not healthy? It doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything if you have the wealth and you're sick. You know how
Mhm.
many times
Yeah.
people work their whole life, retire, and think they're going to live
Yes.
off of their retirement, and
Yes.
guess
Oh
what?
my
They're
God.
sick.
Yeah.
They can't even enjoy it because
No.
they didn't take care of their health. So your
Yes.
health is wealth. um,
Yeah.
and I'm excited about her book. You can
Yeah.
go ahead and purchase it on Amazon now.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
her book launch is December 30th, and
Yes.
that will be
Mhm.
on Facebook Live.
Mhm.
So you can follow her here on Facebook at
Mhm.
Wanda Martin, right?
On Facebook, it's going to be on Hope Victorious.
Hope Victorious, on her
Hope
Hope
Victorious on
Victorious
Facebook. Yeah. Mhm.
Facebook page.
And
And you
also
also can
YouTube. Mhm.
and follow her on YouTube under Hope Victorious.
Yes.
Um,
Mhm.
that brings me to
Mm-hmm.
her Hope Victorious online store. It
Mm-hmm.
not only features books, but it
Mm-hmm.
also offers coffee, flaxseed foot scrub, cocoa, shea butter, foot
Mm-hmm.
cream, and other personal care items, along with t-shirts
Yes, I
and
got one
her
on now.
coffee mug.
Uh-huh.
Could you elaborate on the motivation behind incorporating these products into the store and how they contribute to your goal of healing oppressed people? Now, we talked about that a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
but we want to
Uh-huh.
go more into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the one of my t-shirts, which is the Shattered but Not Broken t-shirt, that is also online. And also, I'm gonna stand up a little bit. My my Hope Victorious shirt. I have that.
I
Just
should have
one
worn my
moment.
shirt.
I have that. Yeah, I think you have it on this shirt too,
Mm-hmm.
Amika. All of y'all have
I
this
do.
shirt. So I
Mm-hmm.
love it. So it's so inspiring because when you're walking, people are like, oh, shut up but not broken. And branding is everything. And then more
Yeah.
people want to know your story. Oh, well, how did you come up with Shattered but Not Broken? And I said, well, it's based on a book. It was based on me being so broken. And God was able to, no, not able, because he is able, but I'm saying
Yeah.
God was able to do what he said in his word that he would do. He is a healer and he healed me. And then they get into other things, and then Hope Victorious come on. That's my brand of healing oppressed people eternal. And you know what? When God birthed that in me, I was on a bus and I didn't take a look at that. It was years ago that I was on the bus
Mm.
and I was going to get my kids from school. And mind you, that probably was like the sixth bus that I was on because I lived so far from their school. So because they went to a great school, I didn't want to change school. So as a mom, as a parent, you sacrifice and you do what you got to do. So
Yes.
when God gave that to me, and then I'm like, oh my God. And then it's so crazy because sometimes you can have a dream and you may not be able to flourish with that dream underneath the umbrella that you're under at that time. But
Yeah.
God will give you new wings, a new umbrella when it's time for you to birth it. Now
Yes.
I stopped in the midst when I tried to present it and it got knocked out. When I look back at my journal, when God called me to bring forth that vision again, birthed it again in 2014. I said it was written down in my journal. He gave it to me in 2007, but I held on to it all of
Yes.
those years, and that's why my sisters always say, "Oh, she loves Zerubbabel." Yes, I do, because Zerubbabel was building a temple that was once burned down in Jerusalem. So God called him to build the temple, and you can find
Mm-hmm.
a story in the book of Ezra. And as he began to build the temple, the enemy came up against some opposition, which frustrated the work. One theologian said it took him 10 years. Another theologian said it took him 15 years. But however many years it took him to get back, God stirred up that gift in him and sent two prophets, Zechariah and Haggai, to stir the gift up back into him. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying to you all on here that, and to our listeners, if God is giving you a goal or a dream, and even though you may feel like, oh my God, I got so many shut doors. Every time you turn around, I'm trying to present a shut door, shut door, shut door. Don't you know? I always tell my kids, one day God is going to say, okay, baby, now this is the door I want you to walk through. So when it's time, it's time. But I allow that to handicap me because I'm like, oh my God, it got shut down. And I start wailing in my emotions, like, oh my God, I'm so hurt by it. I could have got up and said, okay, let me try another door. But when it
Yeah.
was time, honey, could nobody stop me. And
Yes.
everything was okay. So healing oppressive eternal. I reach, the masses, the women in Switzerland, women in Indonesia, when I tell you, it all over the country. So, and I am so grateful to God that he allowed me, and I don't know them personally, but I see their inboxes, I see their messages of
Yeah.
just encouraging them that victory is in reach. And it's not always, woe it's me. No, they are happy times when they actually deliver it from people and from places and from things and from situations. So
Yeah.
that's how that came about, just being broken and now able to talk about it and how you can come from that place of despair.
Yes.
Mhm.
We talk about this a lot on the platform
Mhm.
about starting and stopping and getting
Mhm.
discouraged. And this is what this platform is about for moms
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
how to balance the life. And
Mhm.
you can be a mom, you can be you can have a family, and you can
Mhm.
pursue your dreams.
Yeah.
And because things don't happen the way you see it to happen doesn't mean that
Yes.
it's not going to happen.
Mhm.
Timing
Mhm.
is everything. I'm learning in this season in my life to just have grace with myself and just
Yeah.
trust God.
Yes.
A lot of times we are hard
Mhm.
on ourselves. We're
Yes.
harder on ourselves than God is. God is like on
Yes.
chill, like I got this, don't worry
Mhm.
about it.
Mhm.
And we
Mhm.
like in a frenzy, you
Yes.
know. So
Uh-huh.
just give yourself grace,
Mhm.
trust God, and when the timing is right and
Yeah.
it's God's timing,
Mhm.
it's smooth sailing, just like she said.
Yes. Yeah.
And I can relate to her with
Mhm.
let's talk motivation with Mommy's Tea Time, which
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
started and birthed
Yes.
in 2017.
Yes. Mhm.
That was disappointing to me when I just like
Mhm.
let it go. You know,
Mhm.
I felt like a
Yes.
failure. I know I probably said this over and over on this show, but
Mhm.
I just want to let the listeners know that it's you're
Mhm.
not the only one. And
Mhm.
if it doesn't work out the first time, doesn't mean that's not what God said he wanted, he wanted.
That's right.
It's just timing is everything. And I feel like on June 4th, 2023, it was time. Um,
Mm.
and I've learned, I hear this all my life.
Okay.
Closed mouths don't get fed. Open your mouth and ask.
Yeah.
For a long time, I was scared to
Yeah.
ask. Why?
Mhm.
And then I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm asking. I don't care if they say no. They say
Mhm.
no. But
Yes.
before, it was scared to ask. A lot of times, people want you to ask them. People want
Yes.
you to reach out to them. They feel special when you reach out to them. They're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
me, I'm so honored." Of course.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes we get in our own way and be like, "Oh no, I'm not going to ask. Oh, they're too busy. Oh,
Mhm.
they're too influenced, too
Yes.
known. They're not
No.
thinking
Yeah.
about little old me. They're going to
Yeah.
say no." No, go ahead and ask. And if they say no or maybe later, okay. It's
Yes.
okay. So I'm in a season of my life where I'm giving myself grace and I'm asking.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
asking
Yeah.
because when God said do the podcast, I didn't know anything about podcasts.
Okay.
And I
Mhm.
was just like, I have to do my research
Mhm.
and see what the podcast is about. And then I'm like, I'm not ready. And God was like, you are ready. You have everything you need. Like I had the
Yes.
logo,
Yes.
I had the
Uh-huh.
colors,
Mhm.
my photo. Like I
Yes.
had everything I needed to get started. And I still
Mhm.
was trying to say, like, it's not perfect. Like, I don't
Yeah.
have a studio. What?
Mhm.
You know, studio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not saying you won't have a studio down the line, but you can start right now. You have whatever you need to start right
Yes.
now. And so the
Yes.
point of me telling this story is just to
Mhm.
get started. Get
Yeah.
out your own way.
Yeah.
Give yourself
Yes.
grace if it
Mhm.
doesn't work out the first time. Failure is not a bad thing.
Right.
Failure is a learning experience.
Mhm. Mhm.
And you take whatever in those failures, the lessons that you learn from that, and then you move on. You don't
Mhm.
stay in it. You keep going.
Right.
So I thank Wanda Woodard,
Yes.
Reverend Wanda Woodard,
Mhm.
Winnie, for coming
Mhm.
on to the show again. It's
Yes.
always good to support family. um,
Mhm.
we are stronger together when we support each other.
Yeah. Yes.
If you don't know by now, me and my aunt, we bounce off of each other
Yes.
all day long. I mean, I know when her stuff coming out, she know when my stuff coming out. Like,
Yes.
and if we got a question, we texting, we
We
calling,
sure
like we're
do.
all, yeah. And anything that we
Mhm.
know that we're
Mhm.
sharing, we're not
We
holding
share
out.
it. Nope.
Okay, she hosts her show, I host my show. It doesn't
Uh-huh.
take away from me. It
Right.
doesn't take
Mhm.
away from her. So
Yes.
yes, family is important, and I
Yes.
thank her for always saying yes to
Mhm.
coming on my
Oh
show.
my God. I love this show. I think it's just so awesome. The platform that you're providing and all of your guests. Oh my God. Give something, drop some jewels and nuggets that everyone can take.
Yes,
I gotta
definitely.
say, what came to my mind, that's our favorite saying in the family, and your mom is one, when she be like, nothing beats a failure but a try.
Yes,
Oh my God.
yeah,
Yes, that was
yes. But those
it,
things stick with you, and even if it don't click then, eventually it will click. It will make sense because as
yeah,
we go through things in life, it's like, okay, that's what she really means when she says that. It's like it's not so much of a nag, like, oh, my mom is always saying that. But when you really understand, what she's saying, it's just like
Yeah.
lessons learned, but
Yeah.
I thank you for coming onto the show. Go
Yes.
to hopevictorious.com,
Mhm.
purchase her products, her new
Yes.
book, Get Your
Oh
Fight
my
Back,
gosh,
on
it is
Amazon.
on.
We're gonna have to when you come up for Christmas, we're gonna have to
Yes.
take a full body shot because
Oh my
she said she lost
God,
30 pounds.
y'all, this is amazing.
So we
Like,
gonna let
oh,
everybody know that you got your fight back, and
yes,
it starts within, from the inside, and I can't wait to get your book and read
yes,
it.
yes,
I thank you guys for tuning in to Let's
yes.
Talk Motivation with Mommy's
Mhm,
Tea Time. Our
mhm,
new segment that we may be continuing into 2024 is
mhm,
Tea Time's Treasure and Tidings.
mhm.
And we will be supporting our moms in business and helping them sell their products.
Wow,
So
yes, so awesome.
support Hope Victoria, support Reverend Wanda Woodard. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you
Yes,
next Friday at the same time. Guess what? All about men. We're going to talk about Old Sister Slade natural hair care products. We're going
yes.
to sell
Uh-huh.
our growth slayer, our edge slayer, our shampoo and conditioner, and we have a new
Yes,
product. It's a leave-in conditioner.
yes,
So I'm excited to talk
yes.
about, finally talk live about the products,
Mhm,
and just inform you about healthy hair is not so important about the length, but the
mhm.
health. This
The
is
health,
all me. At one time,
it is
I felt
so
like I had
gorgeous.
to put pieces in my hair, and
Mhm.
I'm just loving my hair. I don't care if it get puffy, poofy. I'm just in love. How about I don't even like straight hair anymore?
Oh my
I've been
God.
natural for so long. It's like straight hair. I'm like, no, I needed to be. My aunt is on board. She got the
Yes.
natural going.
Oh my
So
God.
I
Yes.
just need everybody to
Mhm,
embrace their natural hair. So I'm excited about the next show, and I'm
mhm.
excited about Let's Talk Motivation with Mommy Tea Time in 2024. So I thank you
Yes.
again, guys, for tuning in.
Yes.
We have listeners from
Mhm.
5 countries, and we
Yes.
have 46 cities and states that tune in to Let's Talk Motivation with Mommy's Tea
Yes.
Time. So I'm so glad that I said yes, and I moved when God
Yes.
said
Yes.
move.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
continue to be blessed, continue to be motivated, and thank you again for tuning in to Let's Talk Motivation with Mommy's Tea Time. Bye,
Yes.
guys.
Bye.